Good morning from Rita's Roost. I'm here and I'm going to make ahead some biscuits this morning. Well, I'm going to make them and put them in the freezer because I do that pretty often. And the grandkids are going to be coming in just a day or two and we're going to make chocolate gravy, and I'm going to make the biscuits now. So I'm going to put in my bowl 2 cups of flour. It's not going to be just real accurate, and I'm going to put baking powder. I'm going to put a tablespoon of baking powder and a teaspoon of salt, and you don't have to, but you could put just a little bit of sugar. And since these are going to go with our chocolate gravy later, I'm just going to stir that, and I'm going to put a stick of butter. These are going to be good. That's kind of already softened. That's okay. Get some flour on it with my spoon. Now I've got my pastry blender and I'm going to work in that butter. Biscuits are really fast and easy to make, and I like making them. And I think I'm a pretty good biscuit maker. I've got that butter, and I can still see pieces of butter. Now I've got a whole cup of milk, but I don't think I'm going to use the whole cup. Let's put about half of it to start with. Don't want to work them too much at this point because it'll make them tough. Put a little bit more. Used a half a cup, and that's just about right. And there's my dough. I'm going to put some flour on my board, and I use a silicone mat here. I use this thing for everything, for pies and dumplings and biscuits, of course. Bring it out here. And this recipe will make about 12 biscuits. Now I do sometimes just half my recipe and make just enough for me and Terry. But since, like I said, the grandkids are going to come and we're going to make chocolate gravy. So these biscuits are special for chocolate gravy. And I want some dough flying. That's what I do. Don't want to work it too much. Got a lot of flour there. Alright, I'm going to take my rolling pin. And I'm not going to roll it real thin because I want big fluffy biscuits. That's probably half an inch. And here's my little biscuit cutter, little wooden top biscuit cutter. That belonged to my mother-in-law. It was her biscuit cutter. And now her biscuit cutter is making biscuits for her great-grandsons. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I said I'm going to freeze them, so I've just got my cookie sheet with a piece of wax paper. And I'm going to put those onto it, and I'll freeze them like this, and then when they're frozen, I'll bag them up. I've done this lots of times. Now I'm going to take my little pieces here, make it another little ball. Couple more. There's 2 more out of that piece. Well, I'm not going to come up with 12. It looks like I've got 9. And this is so little that I'm just going to pinch it into 2 little balls here. There's one of them. And I've come up with 11 biscuits. And I'm going to put those into the freezer, and when the grandkids show up, we'll pop them in an oven. And I won't preheat the oven before I put them in. I'll just put them in there, and as the oven heats, they'll kind of thaw out and start baking. Works perfect every time. So there we go. There's my biscuits. Now I'll clean up my mess and go back to work at something else. Talk to y'all later.